Hi everyone, this is the Pack Jack here. Evangelion. I want to talk about it. I really do, but I don't know what to say about it. Okay. Let's start it off. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Okay, you're probably gonna say, "Oh, Jack, what's your opinion on it?" I don't care. You really just want to just hear me just bash. You don't want to hear me bash the show. You don't want to hear me like the show. But the Evangelions, if you don't know what it is, I'll just start off what it is. What it is a show about a boy named Shinji Itari as he rides a giant robot, fighting against other giant monsters known as angels. When I heard the monsters were called angels, I was a bit curious at first. But then when I watched it, I saw that it was getting more and more messed up. Especially in some scenes where it showed, let me think of the things that I would saw. Parenting issues, gore, sexual repression, and of course, symbolic scenes that show the power of Jesus Christ. We don't see Jesus Christ, but we see crosses, characters that are named Adam and Eve, and of course symbolism that are basically or have no meaning other than exotic. Now, after I watched Evangelion, I went doing some research. I'm doing quotation marks because I could barely even watch the stuff. I only saw okay, I'm forgetting about that scene. But basically what I saw about it is it's a very polarizing anime. People either love it or people either hate it. So my opinion is just going to be drowned out by 1,000 other opinions that nobody cares about. Because originally this was in the era of when Benedict Sage first made his opinion on what Evangelion is. This was in the era of internet trolls going crazy. Like, hold on, I even have a little thing I actually made. Where's my hat? Where's my gosh damn glasses? Aha, okay. I got this. Transformation, go! Where they were all, where this was in the internet troll era, era like, you can't say that, this is my favorite anime, how dare you! But, besides that point, it was pretty. Some critics even said that how could he hate that anime? This was in the era of when opinions on YouTube were pretty much. Oh, you did not just say that, bro. I say that. These days, that kind of issue has kind of died down a bit, maybe a little. Don't specifically know, but it died down. So, what am I going to do? So, what's my opinion on Evangelion? I don't know. I don't hate it, that's for sure. Because, well, I kind of like those kind of animes. I mean, sure. Alright. When I first teased about that Evangelion video I told you about at the end, I said that I don't like shows that have no line of happiness in them at all. And in my opinion, yeah, that kind of sucked. But there was some happiness in there. There has to be at least something to throw off the insanity that happened. Darlie and the Franxx is a good example. If it's even made by some of the same people at the show. But Darlie and the Franxx, sure, had some dark scenes in it, but it was still a pretty good show. It still had some light scenes to throw it off. Devilman Crybaby, which is definitely more darker than Evangelion, but still had some scenes that made it feel a bit not as crazy as a depressed, dark state of a show that it is. Death Note, sure, it seemed like an emo face made out of Hot Topic, and it definitely did not have a good ending, satisfying ending. But don't get it wrong, that rivalry between L and Light was phenomenal. Batman and Joker style, phenomenal. But Evangelion is a weird show. The ending doesn't make you feel accomplished. That's the thing that I think all movies should strive for. a movie where it feels not open-ended, but accomplished, where you feel like, I feel good. Not, I feel confused. I mean, I don't feel bad. I mean, an ending is supposed to make you feel something at the end. It's supposed to be like, oh no, I don't feel happy. I feel happy. I don't feel happy. This one made me feel confused. Like, seriously confused. So, the ending. You must be wondering what happened in the ending. Well, spoiler mark here. Everyone turns into orange juice. I am not making this stuff up. The people turned into freaking orange juice. Okay, you must be wondering how. Well, one of the main characters, Ray, touches this weird alien guy, where she merges with the alien guy, and basically she becomes the living existence of all life, where she absorbs all all life on the planet into herself, like a black hole. And you must be wondering, what does that have to do with orange juice? Well, the people who ever get touched by the sentient life form of Ray, or the eternal goo that is Ray, now they all get turned into, you guessed it, orange juice. And it's up to Shinji, the main character, to stop this. And he does. But in the end, basically, the entire world is destroyed, and all that he's left with, and, well, all that's left is just the people's remains as they try to reform back into their normal selves, which will probably take eons. He's just alone on the remaining planet Earth, which is very similar to what happened at the end of Devilman, where God just used the mighty powers of Zeus and destroyed the planet Earth. Nuke the fricker! But in that one, it felt accomplished because that's not the end of the story. What actually happened is that version of Earth is destroyed, but another version of Earth is destroyed. And this one, it's like, oh, that's it? What's going to happen? He's stranded there, alone, gone. In this planet that's practically gone, he's the only one there. Sure, there's one other person there, but I won't tell you about that person because I don't like her. But still, God, ugh. Wow. So, okay, the ending is my least favorite aspect of the thing. What about the characters? The characters, in my opinion, are realistic, but they're horrible. You might be wondering, what does that mean? Well, a real written character is a character that is, well written. There's no point in me saying that, but people try to find out realistic characters that you can relate to. That's a good character, in my opinion. One of the good characters. But it doesn't make them likable. Take the main character, Shinji Atari. I can name 3 things off the bat about him that can be relatable. That can make him feel real. First of all, he's scared of riding in the giant robot. Why? Because he can die. And most characters don't really care about if they die or not. But they can die! People die in the show. He was the lucky bastard to have survived. Another reason, he has a big resentment with his father. I mean, most teenagers do, but he has a big one. Like, I bet most of the series I've seen of the show, they probably just stem up their relationship like this. The father hates his son, and the son hates his father. What an interesting relationship that is. And thirdly, nobody likes him. No joke, nobody likes the guy. At first, you may think this is, when you see the other characters, you may think, what are the other characters like? Well, remember Ray that I told you about? Yeah, don't worry about her. She's not a bad character at all, but she's like one of those emotionless characters that you just notice there. In fact, I think she was one of the originators of those characters. Another character that's there, Asuka, who is pretty much a cunt. Yeah, no joke, she is a bitch. And she's that character I told you about where Cindy and her are all alone. And I believe both of them hate each other. resent each other. You may think this is gonna be like Adam and Eve. No, most likely Shinji was trying to strangle her at the end of all this, and I was like saying, "Do it, yeah, that's good, yeah," but still, it's good characters. I'm not gonna explain to you why I can't. I'm not good at explaining things that well, in fact, but still, they're good characters. And in my opinion, they are realistic. But they're gosh damn annoying! Okay, first of all, Shinji Atari, let me just talk about their flaws. Okay, now, I talked about their characters as terribly as I could. Let's talk about their characters. Rei? What character she has? She has nothing. I mean, sure, she could be a personality, she could be... Okay, she's actually the least character I hate. Shinji, he won't stop whining! It's like a baby! No offense, I respect and understand your opinion. You don't want to ride the robot. But dude, the world is ending. You gotta get in there, so shut up and shove air inside the robot. Shove him inside the robot. And Asuka. As I said, cunt. I can't like her. You can try. You can definitely try, and you may think that's a very attractive thing. You want her to step on you. But still, no. No. And finally, remember that relationship I told you about the dad? There is a good reason why. Dad of the year, folks! He is the worst father I've ever seen in anime. He is... At first, at times, I love my dad. You know, we all do. But sometimes you could just... And I definitely, after seeing the villain... I mean, not the villain. The actual father of Shinji, the main character, I'm glad for what I got. Because the father, all he cares about is his dead wife, who he cloned as Rei. Yes, Rei is a clone of Shinji's mother, and yes, it gets weird. Not weird as an incest, but I mean like, oh no. Oh no. But other than that, there's a bunch of other characters in there, but I can't talk about them. So, I talked about the character, I talked about the ending. What about the robots? The robots are awesome. They're my favorite part of the entire movie, show, stuff. There is actually movies of them. If you want to just straight up, just watch them, there's 4 movies coming out. There are 4 movies, 3 movies already out. 4 movies coming out. There's going to be 1 more movie coming out in 2020, so I've heard. But I'm planning to watch them all. But what does matter now, robots. First of all, they're called Evangelions, or the Evas. Bam, bam, bam. So I get that. That's in the end. No, wait, I'm just gonna try. I'm thinking of a joke right now for the start. Oh, that's why they're called Evangelions. It's because they're the robots. Yeah. And my personal favorite one is Shinji's one. It's because it's purple and green, and I love purple and green. Lime green especially, and it's lime green there. Ooh! And if I'm ever going to get an action figure of the thing, I'm going to get it. Not an action figure, actual machine of it. Something of it. And the other 2, well, there's actually 5 of them. I'm not going to tell you about the other 2 people who piloted it, but... Alright. There was, the first one, which was basically a complete yellow wreck. The second one. Okay, the first one, which was written by Rei, it was a yellow wreck. All right, the second one. No, wait, I think it's the second one. I don't know how the numbers work, but the one that is written by Asuka is an red tinted orange one, which is like her hair color. Which I'm like, well, that's some color fitting, alright. The next one is a blue one, which I definitely did dig. I did like that one. And I don't know what happened. There was other one. There was another one I remembered, but other than that. So, I talked about my thoughts on thoughts on the actual Evangelion thing. So in total, you know what? I'm just gonna say originally when I was first making this video, I was gonna say I hated this, but then I was like, nah, Instead, I'm not gonna hate it. I'm gonna like it. Even though it had that weird ending and I don't like at all, I like it. I've changed my opinions a lot. So, what was the point of watching this video? To get ready for my favorite Gainax animation they've ever made. And you want to know what it is, don't you? Well, it's